is really a giant theatrical performance. There's many dimensions to WOW, of theatre mixed in with, sometimes we have opera singers, we have circus performers, we have character performers, and of course a very big dance troupe comes in. It's one of the biggest dance performances in the country. There's just so many layers involved in WOW that it's very different to anything else in the world. In fact, there is nothing else like WOW anywhere in the world. Every year, you're never ever going to see the same thing. It's a brand new show, it's a brand new script. The most extraordinary works of art are going to be paraded in front of you. You know, some people spend a year making a piece of wearable art. There's no end to creativity. You know, there's no end to what you can dream up and to be inspired by. We have 7 sections in the show, each one with a separate theme, and we script to those themes for the show. So we have no idea what garments are coming in until well after we've set the script. It's really difficult trying to dream up new concepts and ideas to encourage people to enter the sections. I think that's one of the hardest things after 25 years, keeping the inspiration there for designers. I'm very fortunate to have a small creative team that I work with. My daughter Emma Moncrieff and myself, we write the first draft, which is a bit of a skeletal script. And then I bring in Malia Johnston, who's our artistic director and principal choreographer, and we start to work from there with her ideas. And then once we've sort of written the script to where we're happy with it, we then bring in the set designer and the AV designer to come and start working with us. So it's a bit of a process. Every single garment that comes into WOW is individually choreographed. By the time it's actually finished up on the catwalk, often the designer is completely stunned and blown away with what we've managed to do with it. The models become very protective and part of what they're wearing, and they are very much wanting to do the best they can for the designer that's worked on these amazing works of art. So they get out there and they really work hard to try and get that garment being the most stunning on the catwalk. When we are working on the current show, I'm also working on the next one at the same time. Ideas constantly are popping in, creative ideas that won't go away, so they're jotted down and jotted down. Having the vision of these giant chandeliers and then being able to see them three-dimensionally, seeing the dancers in white, I actually sketched their little designs up and then gave them on to Elizabeth Whiting, who's our costume designer, to realise them, and she did a beautiful job. I could see that really clearly in my mind. Don't ask me how that happens, it just happens. I'm fortunate, I guess, that I'm already in that theatre, I'm already seeing that quite clearly. Watching a WOW show is like a giant sculpture coming to life in front of me, and it's just the most astounding feeling to see something you've written up and visualise in your head. Suddenly there it is, under all these lights with all the bells and whistles happening before you. You can't describe that feeling, it's incredible. Everyone has a creative spirit, but not everyone's had the opportunity to explore that side of themselves, and WOW gives that opportunity to people. I mean, I've seen people coming in from all sorts of backgrounds that have never sort of studied or been involved in art, but have always had that spark within them. I think it's got a very long life, well into the future, way past me, I think, because there are always young designers coming up. We've been told by various universities and design schools we're working with, there is nothing else like WOW in the world to enter. That, you know, it offers their students the opportunity to push boundaries and be innovative and creative, and especially to be original and not led by what's happening in the world, but to think their own creative thoughts. And I think that's something I'm most proud of with WOW.